A Monday night football matchup is going on tonight between the Bengals and the Cowboys. Who's going to get it done? What are we taking today? I've got three best bets inside of this marquee matchup. Let's get into it. This is the Free Three. What's up, guys? It's your boy Noble Living back with another DYF Bets video. I'm bringing out my favorite picks and plays of the day. And we're just trying to get to the bag together and make that money. Over the weekend, not the best of the weekend, not the worst weekend. We went 1-2 on Friday. Right, quick recap for you guys. So real quick recap, then we'll go through our picks for today, all right? So Friday, Northwestern on the college basketball spread, we took them plus 4.5, all dogs on Friday, and that was the only dog that cashed in for us, outright money line winning for us. UNLV on the spread in college football, that didn't cash, neither did Western Kentucky. We got that just wrong, 1-2 on Friday. Saturday, on the big games, I gave you guys Oregon on the spread. They got it done against Penn State. We got Clemson on the money line, a little bit of a sweat against SMU, but we got that at plus value there. And our two losses of the day, Texas, tough loss, happened in overtime. They really should have won that game. And then Iowa State, completely blown out, just a bad loss there. So 2-2 on Saturday in the big marquee matchups. I was so tired from DJing this past week, and I do apologize that I didn't really put out any plays on Sunday. I did like a few on the Twitter. They kind of had a few that hit, few that missed. I didn't really put out any officially here on the YouTube on Sunday. I was traveling back from a DJ gig that I had this weekend. So overall, Friday, Saturday, 3-4 on the weekend. You can see our year-to-date record right here. We're back at 500 for the month of December, but we've got a lot of time to turn it around, and this is our time to do it. So stick with us, my friends. Appreciate all the love and support. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for tapping in. And I promise you, we're going to turn this thing around. We got some new things coming for the new year, so we're excited for that. So let's dive into these winners now, where we're cooking with this Monday Night Football matchup. Alrighty, Bengals, Cowboys, what are we going to go with here? I was going to take just the general over, not going to lie to you, but I was thinking about let's do a tease piece instead because those have been working. And right now, the way that my record has been hot, cold, win day, lose day. It's just been inconsistent. So I just been really going back through my numbers and just seeing what's been working well for me and what hasn't. And one of the things that's worked really well for me this year is teasers. So I'm going to stick with the teaser for today. We're going to go Cowboys plus 11.5. We're going to take the over 44.5. If you just want to take the over at over 49.5, I'm not opposed to that. But I do want to take this tease piece here because I do think the Cowboys actually can win this game. And that's really just because, one, they're at home. They've won 2 games in a row. You have a team like a player like Michael Parsons who, saying that we're not out of it, we're not done. He's motivated, but also they have the players. Yes, they don't have Dak Prescott right now, but they do have the other complementary pieces such as CeeDee Lamb, such as Micah Parsons, such as Trey Diggs. These are some of the guys that can lead your team to victories. I'm not saying the Cowboys are going to make the playoffs, but they can win a few more games. And against a Bengals team that truthfully has been dismal this year, a lot of games they should have won that they haven't, and that's really because of their defense. One of the worst defenses in all of football, 27th in pass yards allowed per game, 22nd in rushing yards per game. I mean, it's just not getting it done. Meanwhile, their offense is putting up all the numbers. Number one passing offense in all of college. Number one passing offense in all the NFL, averaging close to 270 passing yards per game. Nobody's been able to stop this offense. And then rushing-wise, even though they're 27th, it's really more from a temp standpoint rather than the numbers. Chase Brown has been super effective for them. He was like a mid-round steal that they got in the 3rd, 4th round. He's been a great kind of lightning bolt for this team. So for me, I lean the over because it's going to be a shootout. I lean the Cowboys because 11.5 points is a lot of points against the defense that has not been able to stop a nosebleed. And the Cowboys have been able to show that they're able to throw the ball and still be able to score some points like we saw last week against the Giants. Now let's get it granted. The Giants are not a good team, but the win against the Commanders, that was a pretty good game. And the Commanders were a team that a lot of people were saying before they saw how great the Eagles were, was the best team in the NFC East, right? So now we have the Cowboys at home, Monday Night Football, primetime spot. Monday night games this season are 12-4 to the over, so it's been a smash spot as well. And then they had basically a full week because they played Thanksgiving Thursday and then into the Monday. So for me, I like the Cowboys here. I like them to keep the game close. I think they can actually win this game. Cooper Rush, when he's been an underdog between 7 points or less, I forget what his number is, but it's very high. I'm talking about he has over a 70% hit rate when he's on underdog against the spread. Now, when it's a huge number, then he tends to fail, right? But with the number at 5.5 here, I do think the Bengals could cover it, but why would you lay that money on the Bengals knowing that their defense can't stop anybody? So I'm going to go that Cowboys 11.5 over 44 as the first best bet of the day. Because I'm expecting a lot of offense today, right? I think that Cooper Rush is going to have a day, and I mentioned how bad the Bengals defense has been against the pass. Bottom 5 in the NFL in pass yards allowed per game. And me, I like Cooper Rush here. Over 230.5 pass yards, minus 110 odds. The reason why I like this is because he's getting the volume. In the last 3 games, 55 pass attempts, 32 pass attempts, 36 pass attempts. Dallas Cowboys are the 3rd highest passing percentage team in all of the NFL. Nobody throws it more. And then now, the Bengals, we know what they can do offensively in moving the ball. If they're going to score points, which probably means that they may have a few big plays here and there, which is going to lead to a fast-paced game, guess what? Cooper Rush, right there to get back on the field to score some more points. Cincinnati defense over the last 3 games are giving about 328 yards per game. We only need 230 here. None of his wide receivers are really hurt. We saw last week he did a great job of getting all the different receivers involved. I was kind of upset because I had CeeDee Lamb's receiving yards, and I would run that back again today as well. But he got literally 6 different wide receivers involved, not including the tight ends last week. So if he continues to get that distribution, I like Cooper Rush here to get over 230.5 yards. This is just really a system play. Bengals defense, they haven't been able to stop anybody. Why would we bet against it now, against a team that's purposefully looking to throw the ball? Rico Dowdle, he hasn't showed us anything on the run game this season either for the Cowboys. Give me Cooper Rush over 230.5 pass yards as our second best bet. Third and final play of the day. This one might be a little bit wacky, a little bit different, I'm not going to lie. But one of the plays that have been working for us this season, when I look back through the numbers, is the longest rush or the longest reception. So for me, when I think about this game, I want to go Joe Burrow here. How can I get him involved? His pass yards is high at 270. His pass attempts is high at 36.5 pass attempts. It's high. So what are we going to do here? I'm going to go longest completion, over 37.5 or 38 plus yards, minus 115 odds. Now, I know this is a very high number for longest completion, but like I mentioned, the Bengals have the number 1 passing offense in the NFL. They're going to throw the ball. The Cowboys' pass defense is very susceptible, but the thing is this, when they are now not getting pressure on the quarterback, when they get pressure, quarterbacks tend to mess up, except for Joe Burrow. One of the top quarterbacks in all the NFL in terms of being able to throw and deliver passes under pressure. But when you look at it, the numbers, the Cowboys are one of the worst teams in all of the NFL when they cannot get pressure. No team gives up more yards per attempt through the air than the Cowboys when they're not able to get pressure. Well, guess what Joe Burrow does? He's having the 4th highest yards per attempt out of anybody in the league when he's facing pressure. And guess what? His number goes up even higher when he has a clean pocket. So today, whether he's facing pressure or whether he has a clean pocket, I expect him to be able to nickel and dime this thing, and we're going to break off a big play. Let's look at Joe Burrow's game log recently in some of the recent games that he's played, okay? Last week, his longest completion, 49 yards. The week before that against the Chargers, 42 yards. Against the Ravens, 70 yards. Against the Vegas Raiders, 47 yards. Against the Eagles, 41 yards. So he's gone over this number in 5 straight games. And if you look at all the numbers this season, he had a 70-yarder against the Ravens earlier this year, 63 against Carolina, 41 against Commanders, 47 against Kansas City. He's only gone under this number in 3 of the 12 games. He's gone on this number 3 times. 9 out of 12. I love that hit rate. I love this against a Cowboys team that's given up yardage. We saw Terry McLaurin had a 70-yard, 80-yard bomb when they played the Commanders. The Giants last week, I mean, they don't really throw the ball. Drew Lock, I wasn't expecting him to air it out deep, right? This is the perfect offense in a dome situation to be able to get this. Joe Burrow's going to get his shots. We know he has the receivers like T. Higgins, like Jamar Chase. And this can happen on a screen pass, okay? Like, it doesn't have to happen literally on a down-the-field play. You have somebody like Chase Brown catch off a screen like we saw Austin Eckler do. Guess what? He's able to break this. I like this. 38 yards, longest completion as our final pick of the day. Well, that's it for me today, my friends. Real quickly, on this Monday Night Football card, I think this is the game I got right. The teaser, Cowboys plus 11.5 and over 44. I do lead the Cowboys plus 5.5, but I would just take the over 49.5 if you just want to do the tease. If you want to play a prop, Cooper Rush over 230.5 passing yards. He's getting the volume. The Bengals defense is garbage. And Joe Burrow, longest completion over 37.5 yards. He's going to get it done today. He's going to be able to air it out. I like these 3 picks. Let's have a Monday. Let's cash it, and we'll be back tomorrow. The light college basketball slate today, not too many games on, so for tomorrow we should be able to cook up something pretty good in the hardwood. And then with the NBA Cup games this week, we don't have a whole lot of NBA action as well, so I'll kind of touch on the NBA Cup here and there as well. But, you know, for me right now, we're just choosing our spots. We're trying to find the games that's going to get us profitable, that's going to get us winning, make some money to end off the year strong, pay for those Christmas gifts. So, all right, my friends, let's get to that money, get to that cheddar, and I'll see y'all in tomorrow's video. Later, gang.